you going to get that? Would you mind answering your phone? I'm sorry to bother you. If you could just turn your phone off. Are you ill? Are you deaf? Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Excuse me. Hello? No, this is... You don't know me. Are you Gordon? I don't know. Can I take a message? Hold on. I don't have anything to write with. Oh, thank you. Go ahead. How late can he call you? I'm sorry. You sound upset. I'm not... Gordon? Hello? No, he's not. Can I take a message? No, he doesn't want one. He already has one. No, I don't want one. I already have one. Thank you. Goodbye. Help! Hello? I think that there's a dead man sitting next to me. I don't know how he died. I'm at a cafe. I don't know. Hold on. It's on the corner of Green and Gothy. Should I stay with him? There seems to be no one working at this cafe. How long? Thank you. Hello? No, he's not. I'm answering his phone. Does he have your phone number? Oh, yes, of course. I'll leave him the message. Hope you have a good day. Goodbye. It was your mother. Do you want me to keep talking until I get here? Gordon, I'm Jean. You don't know me, but you're going to be just fine. Well, actually, don't worry. Are you still inside there? How did you die so quietly? I'll stay with you, Gordon. For as long as you need me. I'll stay with you, Gordon. No, he can't come to the phone right now. Oh, you do? Then why? I'm sorry. Okay, I'll meet you. What will you be wearing? Really? That's strange. I'll be wearing the blue raincoat too. I'll see you then. Goodbye. Help me, God. Help me to comfort his loved ones. Help me to help the memory of Gordon live on in the minds and hearts of his loved ones. I only knew him for a short time, God. But I think that I loved him, in a way. Dear God, I hope that Gordon is peaceful now.
I'm not sure what to say. There is, thank God, a vault is sitting here. I'm relieved to find that there is stained glass and sensation of height. Even though I'm not a religious woman, I'm glad there are still churches. Thank God there are still people who build churches for the rest of us, so that when someone dies or gets married, we have a place to. I can upload this in the low ceiling room. No, it requires height. Could someone please turn your fucking cell phone off? There are still 1 or 2 sacred places left in the world today where there's still raining. The theater, the church, and the toilet. But some people actually answer their phones in the shit these days. Some people really do so. How many of you do? Raise a hand if you answer your cell phone while you're quietly urinating. Yes, I thought so. My God. Where was I? A reading from Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Cities. A wonderful fact to reflect upon, that every human creature is constituted with that profound secret mystery to every other. No more can I turn the leaves of this dear book, that the book should shut forever. When I had read but a page, my friend is dead, my neighbor is dead, my love, the darling of my soul. Well, look at this great big sea of people wearing dark colors. It used to be, someone wearing black, and you knew their beloved had died. Now everyone wears black all the time. We are in a state of perpetual mourning. But for what? Where was I? Gordon. Well, I've got my points. Let's have a hymn, Father. And you'll never walk alone. Don't ever walk alone. You'll never walk alone. That's right. Because you'll always have a machine in your pants admiring. Oh, Gordon.
Hello?
Hello? Thank you for meeting me.
Not at all.
We like the same clothes.
Yes.
I suppose that's not surprising, given the circumstances.
I don't know what you mean.
You don't need to pretend.
I know.
Gordon has good taste. You're pretty.
I'm not...
Don't be modest. I like it when a woman knows she's beautiful. Women nowadays, they don't know how to walk into a room. A beautiful woman should walk into a room thinking, I'm beautiful and I know how to walk in these shoes. There is so little glamour in the world these days. It makes daily life such a bore. Women are responsible for enlivening dull places, like train stations. There is hardly any pleasure in waiting for a train anymore. The women just walking. Horrible shoes, no confidence, bad posture. A woman should be able to take out her compact and put lipstick on her lips with absolute confidence, no apology.
I've always been embarrassed to put lipstick on in public.
That's crap. Here, you have beautiful lips. I don't have a cold.
It's not the germs. It's...
Put it on. Take your time. Enjoy yourself. That was disappointing. Oh, well.
I'm very sorry about Gordon. You must be his friend?
Gordon didn't tell you much, did he?
No.
Gordon could be quiet.
Yes, he was quiet.
He must have respected you. He was quiet with women he respected. Otherwise, he had a very loud laugh. Ha ha ha! You could hear him a mile away. You must wonder why I wanted to meet with you.
Yes.
You were with Gordon the day he died.
Yes.
Gordon and we were, well, you know. And so, I wanted to know, this is going to sound sentimental. I wanted to know his last words.
That's not sentimental.
I had sentiment.
I don't think that's sentimental. Really, I don't.
So, his last words.
Gordon mentioned you before he died. Well, he more than mentioned you. He said, tell her that I loved her. And then he turned his face away and died.
He said that he loved me.
Yes.
I waited for such a long time, and the words delivered through another woman. What shit.
It's not like that. Gordon said he had loved many women in his life. But when he met you, everything changed. He said other women seemed like clocks compared to you. Other women just measured time, broke the day up. But like you stopped time. He said you stopped time just by walking into a room.
He said that?
Yes.
Oh, Gordon. Aren't you going to get that?
Oh, yes. Hello? My name is Jean. Oh, yes, of course. How do I get there? Sorry. All right. I'll see you then. Goodbye.
Who was it?
His mother.
Oh, God! Mrs. Gottlieb? Let me touch off your lipstick before you go.
Through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid. of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky.
I don't know why I didn't see you at the funeral.
I was in the back.
Who's to say that you tend to blend in with the crowd?
I don't know.
You might wear brighter clothing or a little mascara.
It was a funeral, so I wore black.
Fine, fine. That's beside the point. Gordon left his telephone to you.
Yes, he left it to me.
Why?
He wanted me to have it. Why did you call him on the phone after the funeral?
I call him every day. I keep forgetting that he's dead. I do a little errand, take out my purse, and I call Gordon while I'm stopped in traffic. It's habit.
I'm very sorry. It must be awful to lose a child.
It is. When someone older than you dies, it gets better every day. But when someone younger than you dies, it gets worse every day. Like grieving in reverse.
I'm so sorry.
I said it's my job to mourn him until the day I die.
Oh. Yes.
Please, sit down. So,
So?
does anyone continue to call Gordon?
Yes.
Who?
Some business acquaintances who don't know that he's dead.
And do tell them he's...
Yes.
I can't bring myself to tell anyone.
I understand.
It's so painful. You have no idea
No, I don't.
what it's like to lose a child.
No.
You don't have children?
No.
Why not?
I might have them. One day.
You're getting older. How old are you?
Almost 40.
Married?
No.
How do you expect to have children then?
I don't know. I could...
When you are 39, you act like you're 40, you know?
I don't know. I could adopt.
It's better to have your own. They resemble. It's a little ticks. The family eyebrow. Gordon's eyebrow.
I'm so sorry.
Gordon and I had a falling out, you know. After that, he never returned my phone calls.
He called you the day he died.
What? How did you know?
Your number was on the outgoing calls.
It was?
Yes, it said Mom.
Let me see.
I deleted it by mistake.
Gordon called me.
Yes,
He wanted to speak with me.
yes.
How did you know Gordon anyway?
We work together.
Really?
Yes.
No wonder you don't have children.
What do you mean?
Gordon's line of work was toxic.
It could be.
Did you do the outgoing or the income business?
Incoming.
Oh, I see. Why don't you stay for dinner? Gordon's brother will be here. And Gordon's wife, you know, his widow.
Oh, I wouldn't want to intrude. You must need family time
You
now.
knew my son. I insist that you stay.
If it would help.
Yeah, I think it would. You are very comforting. I don't know why. You are just like a smoked casserole. Has I never ever told you that?
No,
Are you religious?
a little.
I see. We are not religious. Our name means God loving in German. But we're not German anymore. Hermia chose the Catholic Mass for Gordon just because he likes to kneel and get up. I did not raise my children with any religion. Perhaps I should have. Certain brands of guilt can be inculcated in a secular way, but other brands of guilt can only be obtained with reference to the metaphysical. Gordon did not experience enough guilt. Dinner will be served at 7. Do you eat meat?
Kind of.
Great! We'll be having a large quantity of meat. I'm a little anemic, you know. I eat a large steak every day, and it just goes right through me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Oh, great. I'm just going out for a moment. I have an errand.
Margaret Jean, we'll see you at 7. Place cars! They are place cars!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gordon used to sit there.
That's right, he did.
Oh, I'll move.
No, time to move on. No time like the present.
Oh, excuse me. I have the hiccups.
There's what through there, dear.
Thanks.
What a strange dog.
Yes, but she knew Gordon. Try to be welcoming, Hermia.
How'd she know Gordon?
Work.
Really?
Not sure.
I don't think she's like outgoing.
Incoming, or so she says.
Can't believe it.
She seems like
You're right.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. My hiccups are so loud.
Yes, they are. Aren't they? Remarkably loud hiccups are such a small...
Mother! Come with me, Jean. I'll show you my secret. It's drinking a glass of bourbon upside down.
Okay. Thanks.
Dwight likes her.
I thought he might.
Are you sad?
Yes. Are you?
Yes. So sad that it's awful. Now I know why they call it awful sad.
I'm glad we can share this, Hermia. We love him most of all.
I hope that the two of us can continue to mourn together, Mrs. Garliff. I feel so all alone sometimes.
Call me Harriet.
Harriet.
I never could get used to Gordon having a wife. But now that Gordon's dead, and you are going to be a very great comfort to me, Hermia.
That's better.
Dwight got rid of my hiccups.
You're amazing, Dwight. You have so many hidden talents. Always have. Remember, when Dwight was little and he could grow as stiff as a board, and his friend pretended that it was a plank or a dead insect, and they would carry him around in the living room at my large parties. Oh, and we all would laugh. Oh, I guess there's no one here to remember that. Well, let's eat. Ribeye steak. Do you like ribeye, Jean? Nothing better in the world, I tell you. Ribbons of flesh, ribbons of fat, all in one bite. Dwight, why don't you carve? A hiccup.
No,
She's talking, Mother.
Oh,
I brought some presents for all of you from Gordon.
Did?
Yes, in his last moments, he wanted to give each of you something from the cafe. Before he died, he was thinking of all of you. This salt is for you, Hermia, because Gordon said you were the salt of the earth.
Thank you.
And this is for you, Dwight, because Gordon said you were like a cup, because you can hold things, beautiful things, and they don't pour out.
Gordon said that?
Yes.
Wow.
And this is for you, Harriet, because of your cooking.
what did he mean by that?
When he was little and grew up eating your food,
No!
it was only he meant it nicely.
He could not have meant that nicely!
Excuse me.
What did I?
We never talk about her cooking.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. She's just, you know. I love the salt. Did he use any of it on his food?
Yes, he sprinkled it on his potatoes before he died.
Oh, how beautiful. His last flavor. Oh,
I'm glad you like it.
yes, I do. You know, I always thought if Gordon died, I'd never want to see my in-laws ever again. And I'd be happy and relieved to never lay eyes on them again. But now that Gordon's dead, they sort of remind me of him. It sort of comforts me, you know.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
We haven't even cut the meat, Mother. Jean hasn't eaten.
All right, Dwight. You seem to know what's best for the household. Why don't you take over now that Gordon's dead? I know that you always wanted. I'm going to lie down upstairs. Anya, come with me. You can put a cold compress on my head. Dwight, be sure to eat something. I'm afraid if she doesn't eat, she'll disappear into the ether.
Can I cut you some meat?
I'm sort of vegetarian.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Why don't you say so?
I didn't want to impose. I think people should be polite when someone cooks a meal for them, even semi-vegetarians. I mean, foolish consistency is a hobgoblin of little minds, isn't it?
I've always thought so. Well, it looks like there's only meat.
That's okay.
Let me look in the kitchen. Hold on. How about some caramel popcorn?
Okay.
I'm sorry about my mother. She can be a little...
She must be in a state of shock.
I guess. She's always got a little shock to her.
I'm sure she's a nice person, deep down.
You think so?
I think people are really nice, deep down, when they are put in the right circumstance. She just must be in the wrong circumstance a lot, or something.
Yeah. You know why my mother named me Dwight?
Nope.
After the president, you might think.
Oh, right. Dwight!
But it's not. It's because my mother felt sorry for the name. She felt sorry for the name Dwight. She thought it was ignored, pushed aside, so she named it. Can you imagine how that would affect a child?
Did you feel pushed aside?
Gordon was a mover and shaker. I always sat back a little.
What exactly did Gordon do?
You don't know? Even at people income didn't know.
I was low on the totem pole.
You still working there?
No. As soon as Gordon died, I wrote a letter of resignation.
That's good. There's not much an outfit without Gordon at the helm.
No, he was a good boss.
So what are you gonna do now for a job?
Go back to my old job, I guess.
And what's that?
I work at a Holocaust museum, in the office.
That's a sad job.
It is a sad job, but it's good, you know, to remember.
I can see that. To remember. You like to remember stuff, don't you?
Yeah. Why?
I can tell. You're a little sentimental. It's nice. You don't see that much anymore. No one wants to remember anything.
I want to remember everything, even other people's memories.
These digital cameras, you know, and all the digital stuff, the information bits flying through the air, no one wants to remember. People say I love you on cell phones, and where does it go? No paper. Remembering requires paper.
Yeah, but maybe the air remembers, sometimes.
I hope the air remembers, but I doubt it. I like real things. I like paper. I work at a stationery store.
Really? I love stationery. Do you do the monograms and the impulse invitations?
We do.
I love them. When you touch the invitations, it feels so nice. Creamy and thick, and you close your eyes and feel the words. I think heaven must be like an impulse invitation.
Yes, creamy, flat, and deep, like skin. Or heaven. You were saying about heaven.
I've never sent out an impulse invitation, but I'd like to. One day.
Well, we're out of caramel popcorn. Are you still hungry?
A little.
Let's go out and get us something to eat. Some vegetables.
I'd like that.
You like broccoli or zucchini?
Sure.
Which one?
Both.
Great. We'll get some at the grocery store. Then maybe you could come see the stationery store. It's closed now, but I have the key.
Okay.
Mother, we're going out. Mrs. Gottlieb. She's ignoring me. She'll be fine.
What's that?
It's mother crying.
It doesn't sound like crying.
She does it different. Let's go.
Feel this one, like a leaf. This one, branches. Tablecloth. Oh, oh. This one is my favorite one, though. I'd like to live in a little house made of this one.
A house made of paper?
Yeah. This one, braided hair.
Can I braid your hair?
Oh, what? Okay.
Am I pulling too hard?
No, that's fine. It feels nice. You know what's funny? I never had a cell phone. I didn't want to always be there, you know. Like if your phone is on, you're supposed to be there. Sometimes I like to disappear. But it's like when everyone has their cell phone on, no one is there. It's like we are all disappearing the more we are there. Last week, there was this woman in line at the pharmacy, and she was like, shit, shit, on her cell phone. And she kept saying, shit, fuck, you're shitting me, you're fucking shitting me. No fucking way, bitch. If you're shitting me, I'll fucking kill you. You know, that kind of thing. And there were all these old people in line, and it was like, she didn't care if she told her whole life, the worst part of her life, in front of the people in line. And it was like, people who are in line at pharmacies must be strangers, by definition. and I thought that was sad. But when Gordon's phone rang and rang after he died, I thought his phone was beautiful. Like it was the only thing keeping him alive. Like as long as people called him, he'll be alive. That sounds a little, I know, but all those molecules in the air, trying to talk to Gordon. And Gordon, he's in the air too. So maybe they all would meet up there, within around those bits of air and voices.
I wonder how long it will take before no one calls him again, and then he'll be truly gone.
I wonder too. I'll leave his phone on as long as I live. I'll keep recharging it, just in case someone calls. Maybe an old childhood friend. You never know.
Did you love my brother?
I didn't know him well enough to love him.
It kind of seems like you do.
Were the two of you very close?
We had our moments. Gordon wasn't always easy, you know.
Tell me a story about him.
One time, Gordon made up a character named Mr. Big X. And he said, "I'll take you to meet Mr. Big X." And I was really excited to meet Mr. Big X. But in order to meet Mr. Big X, Gordon wrapped me out in a blanket and pushed me down the stairs.
You have any nice stories about him?
Yeah, they're just harder to remember, you know. No imprint. Like, one time we had dinner, and Gordon was nice to me. What kind of story is that?
You crying?
No, I'm okay.
How's that break coming?
It's pretty good. I've never done a braid before.
It's good. Only you did 2 parts, not 3.
Huh?
Usually a braid has 3 parts. 2 parts is more like a twist, but that's fine. I bet it's pretty from the back.
It does look pretty. Here, let me show you. Don't get that.
It could be,
Don't get it. It will take a message, okay?
but I can't get Gordon's message. I don't have his password. I never know who called.
The numbers on the incoming calls will be saved, okay?
Okay.
I woke up that morning the day I died thinking I like a lobster bisque. I showered, I had breakfast. Hermia has at times when she finishes her cereal just as I begin mine. Something proud and untouchable about the way she eats her shredded wheat. A rebuke in the rhythm of her chewing and the curve of her back as she finishes her last bite, standing, washing out the bowl. Who cleans the bowl while they're chewing the last bite? She washes the bowl like this, getting rid of all the unchewed bits. No respect for the discarded. I ran to the subway in the rain. I didn't say goodbye. I didn't have an umbrella. I thought about going back for an umbrella, Maybe giving Hermia an old-fashioned kiss on the cheek that would soften her face. But then I remembered the curve of her implacable back, so I forged ahead in the rain. Umbrella-less. You know, when people are so crushed together in the rain in the city, so many people, that no one person needs an umbrella, because one umbrella covers 3 bodies, and everyone's yelling into their cell phones. And I'm thinking, where have all the phone booths gone? The phone booths are all dead. People are yammering into their phones, and I hear fragments of lost love and hepatitis. And I'm thinking, is there no privacy? Is there no dignity? I get onto the subway. A tomb for people's eyes. I believe when people are in transit, their souls are not in their bodies. It takes a couple of minutes to catch up. Walking horseback, that is the speed at which the soul stays in body during travel. So airports and subway stations are very similar to hell. People are vulnerable, disembodied, and they're looking around for their souls while they get a shoe shine. That's when you bomb them in transit. Oh, but I didn't know that then. I was on the subway buried in some advertisements for a dermatology office, thinking about the sale of a cornea. The way I'm talking now, this is hindsight. My mind went dermatology, cornea, rain, umbrella, Hermia's bitch, lobster bisque. I wouldn't really say that I sell organs for a living. I connect people. You see, a man in Iran needs money real bad, but he doesn't need his own kidney. A woman in Sydney needs a new kidney, but she doesn't need her own cash. I put these two together. You're a sick person. You want to deal with red tape? You want to be put on hold, listen to bad music on the phone for 7 years while you wait for your organs to dry out? Is that love? No. Is that compassion? No. I make people feel good about their new organs. I call it compassionate obfuscation. There are parts enough that make everyone whole. It's just that the right parts are not yet in the right bodies. We need the right man to redistribute. One umbrella covers 3 bodies. Truth for its own sake, I've never understood the concept. Morality can be measured by results. How good do you make people feel? You make people feel good, then you're a good man. You make people live longer? Great. Is it my job to stop executions in China? Well, I don't have that power. What I can do, however, is make sure that these miserable fucks who die for no good reason have a reason. I make sure their organs go to someone who needs them. There was this surgeon I knew who did organ extractions in China, a highly trained surgeon. He couldn't stand it after a while. Political prisoners, not even dead yet, made him sick. Now, he's a sushi chef in New Jersey. I showed up one day at his counter. I ate his hamachi. Excellent. I don't dip my sashimi in soy sauce. Sushi is for adults. You want to really taste your sushi? Taste it. Don't drown it in soy sauce. That's for children. I enjoyed my food in silence. I thanked him in Chinese. He looked a little startled. People assume he's Japanese. I said to him in Mandarin, 你不希望别人知道你的旧工作，我也不希望. Left it at that. Ate my sushi. You can tell with tuna whether they slice it from the belly or the tail end. He always gives me the belly. That's the good part. But that day, the day I died, I didn't want to eat something that reminded me of body parts. I woke up in the morning wanting a lobster bisque. So I got off the subway, go to the cafe, a place I always go. A familiar guy behind the counter, a giant with really huge knuckles. So I said, I'll have a lobster bisque. And the giant said, sorry, we're out. As though it was a casual everyday thing to be out of lobster bisque on the day I was going to die. As though I could come back the following week. As though it was a friendly, careless matter. Sorry, we're out. So I said, did you have any 10 minutes ago? And the giant said, yes. I said, "Is there anyone in this restaurant currently eating a lobster bisque?" And the giant said, "Well, yes." "Who?" And he pointed to a woman at the corner, a palish woman, sort of nondescript. So I say, "I will purchase her bowl of soup." "What?" he says. I take out my wallet, pull out 100, then I see it. She's tilting the bowl to the side to scrape out the last bite. And I watch it go into her little mouth. Slow motion. Son of a bitch. I'll have a lentil. I'm used to getting what I want. But today, it's not my day. So I have the lentil. Lentil soup, it's never that great. It's only ever serviceable. It doesn't really make your mouth water, does it? Lentil soup, something watery, something brown, and hot carrots. Like death. Serviceable. A little mushy and warm in the wrong places. Not as bad as you think it's going to be. Not as good either. Suddenly, I feel my heart compressing like a terrible burn in my chest. And I think, I'm finally punished. Someone is going to sell my heart to someone in Russia. So I think, use your cell phone, call your wife, tell her to give you a decent burial, organs intact. But the wife's not supposed to know you sell organs for a living. So just call the wife and say goodbye. But no, she doesn't love you enough to have the right tone of your voice, the kind of voice you like to hear, indescribably tender, a deathbed voice. No longer holding it in, the little things people hold back from each other, whole lives. Most people give in at the last moment, but not Hermia, no. She'll be sealed up. She'll keep a little bit extra for herself. That last nugget of pride, she'll reserve it for her tin can spine, so she'll have an extra half-inch of height. That thing, that wedge, that cold wedge between. I can't call her a disappointment. Call her mistress or mother. No, mother would say, "What a way to die, Gordon, in a cafe." I can't call her. Dwight? But a man doesn't call his brother on his deathbed. He wants to hear a woman's voice. But the heart keeps on heaving itself up, out of my chest, into my mouth, and I'm thinking, that bitch over there ate all my lobster bisque. This is all her fault. And I look over at her, and she looks like an angel, not like a bitch at all. So I think, good. I'm glad I had the last bite. I'm glad. Then I die.
I was dreaming about you. And the letterpress, I dreamed you were the letter Z.
Why Z?
2 lines. Us. Connected by a diagonal. Z.
Oh, tight.
If we're ever parted and can't recognize each other because of death or some other calamities, just say a letter. Z. To me, it will be our password.
Z.
Let's never be parted, Jean. I don't need more than 12 hours to know you. Do you, Jean? Tell me you don't. We exchange little bits of our souls. I have little of yours, and you have little of mine. Like a torn jacket, you gave me one of your buttons. I love you, Jean. Don't get that.
Yeah, just take a second. Hello? Are you sitting down? This might come as a very great shock to you, but Gordon has passed away.
Jean, it's on the phone.
I'm sorry, who is this? A business colleague. The funeral was yesterday. Yes, it was a very nice service. It was Catholic, so it wasn't very personal. I'm sorry. A Catholic? Oh, good. I mean...
Jean, come here.
I'm on the phone. Yes, incoming. Thank you. But if you want to offer condolences, I think the best thing would probably be to write to Hermia and Harriet Gottlieb. Their address is Shank Avenue.
Jean!
I'm on the phone. I don't know anything about living well. I'm sorry, I have to go. I hope you have a pleasant day in spite of the bad news. Goodbye.
Who was that?
A business colleague.
I don't think you will get mixed up in that.
Oh, Dwight. I'll be all right.
I forbid you to talk to Gordon's colleagues.
You forbid me?
Get rid of the phone. Give it up. It's bad luck.
It brought me to you, didn't it?
It's not good for you. Life is for the living. Me, you, living. Life, life, life. If you answer that phone, Jean. If you answer that phone.
What?
I will... It'll make me sad.
I have to answer it, Dwight. Sometimes it seems like you didn't even love your own brother. Hello? Jean speaking. It's Hermia. She needs a ride home.
Give me another. Don't worry, I can drive home after all, Jean.
You think so?
If I drive with my face! Ha ha ha! Oh God, I sound like Gordon.
You must have a lot on your mind. Do you want to talk?
Yes. In fact, I would. Lately, I've been thinking of the last time I had sex with Gordon. Over the last 10 years, when Gordon and I would have sex, I would pretend that I was someone else. I've heard that a lot of women, in order to come, pretend that their lover is someone else. Like a robber, or Zoba the Greek, or a rapist, or something like that. Do you ever do that?
No.
But you know what, Jean? I pretended that I was someone else. And then Gordon was Gordon, but he was cheating on me. With me. I was the other woman. And he would turn me on to know that Gordon's wife, me, was in the next room. That I, the mistress, had to be quiet. So that I, the wife, wouldn't hear me. You and I both know that Gordon had affairs.
Well,
So the last time I had sex with Gordon, I wish I could say that I wasn't pretending. That he was really me, and I was really him. But I was pretending to be the co-worker of Gordon's. He brought her to dinner once. That night, she was wearing a thong and a white pencil. I never wear a thong. It's like having a tampon in your asshole. Don't you think? Anyway, the last time, I imagined myself in these white pencils and his hands under my thumb, ripping it off. I pictured what Gordon was seeing, and I pictured me looking better than Gordon, and there's more and more desire, like two mirrors facing each other. It's amazing what a mind can do. After I met you, I was convinced that you and Gordon were having an affair. So after dinner, I was, and I'm pretending to be you. And you were. Isn't that a riot? I wouldn't normally tell you that, but I have a lot to drink at this point.
you should know that I didn't have a sexual relationship with your husband.
Then why do you have his fucking phone?
I was the last one with him.
Why was that, Jean?
Coincidence.
Gordon didn't have coincidences. He had accidents. There's a difference. Give that to me. Oops. Mr. Cole, is this picture posted on it? From a business trip to Rome, those monks at the Vatican, waving their cell phones, stealing an image of the Pope's dead face. And Gordon among them. I can still hear him laughing. I have the Pope in my pocket. There it is, that Pope. Pope. Oh, that feels sick. I'm going to bury you. No! Like the Egyptians. No! Yes. In the ground, with Gordon, there was this Belgian man very recently in the news, and the undertakers forgot to remove the cell phone from the coffin. And it rang during the funeral, just without ringing. And the family is suing for negligence. Gee, for negligence, you have to bury it. See? To bury it very deep, so you cannot hear the sound. Are you ever in a very quiet room all alone? And you feel as though you can hear a cell phone ringing, and you look everywhere, and you cannot see one. But there are so many rings in the world that you must hear something, Mark. Nothing is really silent anymore. And after that, in almost silence, you have to bury it very deep.
I'm sorry, Hermia. I can't let you do that. Gordon wanted me to have his cell phone.
Do you know what it's like marrying the wrong man, Jean? No. Even if he was the wrong man, still, he was the man. And I should have spent my life trying to love him instead of wishing he was someone else. What did Charles Dickens say? That we drive along in our separate carriages, never to truly know each other. And then the bush shuts. And then we die. Something like that.
I don't know what Charles Dickens said.
What good are you, Jean? You don't even know your ass for your Dickens. Oh God. The summer carriages. And then you die.
Hermia, there's something you should know. Gordon wrote you a letter before he died. There were different drafts on napkins, all crumpled up. The waiter must have thrown them out after the ambulance came. But I read one of the drafts.
What did it say?
I forget exactly, but I can paraphrase. It said, "Dear Hermia, I know we haven't always connected, every second of the day. Husband and wife seldom do. The joy between husband and wife is elusive, but it is strong. It endures countless moments of silent betrayal, navigates complicated labyrinths of emotional retreats. I know that sometimes you were somewhere else when we made love. I was too. But in those moments of climax, when the darkness descended and our fantasies dissolved into the air under the quickening heat of our desire, then we were in that room together. And that is all that matters. Love. Gordon?"
Gordon knew that?
Yes, I guess he did.
Wow. How about that? You've given me the great gift, Jean.
I'm glad.
What can I give you?
Nothing.
You can't be back 10 years of my marriage. You see, after I learned that Gordon's business trip to Rome equaling trafficking organs, I couldn't bring myself to, people never write into Cosmo about how sexual revulsion can be caused by moral revulsion. They just tell you to change positions.
Organs?
Oh yes, Gordon and his organs. That's funny, Gordon rhymes with organ. How is it I never noticed that? Gordon, organ, organ, Gordon. That matters too. O-R-G. There's no D. And God in the middle. Oh, that feels sick.
Gordon sold organs?
I thought you were incoming.
I was.
And you didn't know what was in the packages?
No, I guess I didn't.
That's funny. Well, I'm sorry to ruin your illusion about Gordon. I was never supposed to know. I told my friends he was in waste management. I remember one sad case. Gordon convinced a Brazilian man to give his kidney to a woman in Israel. Gordon paid him $5,000 cash. Gordon probably made $100,000 in a transaction. He bought me a yellow diamond. I think that that's something you find in the candy machine, but they are very rare. So the man returned to Brazil, Candidates, and then his money was stolen from him at the airport in Rio. Can you imagine? He wrote these sad letters to our home. He would draw pictures of his lost kidney. It looked like a broken heart.
Oh. Hello? They said they have a kidney in Brazil. go to South Africa, to the airport. I'll be wearing a red coat. And hung up. I have to go to South Africa.
What?
I'll make up for Gordon's mistakes.
Too late, Jean. The kidneys, the cornea, the skin, the other rings on my fingers, and the fixture in our bathrooms. What's done is done.
Someone is waiting for a kidney, Hermia. Tonight I'll call him from Johannesburg.
What? Jean, do you want a gun?
Hello?
Hello? I'm right behind you. Don't look at me. Place the money on the last luggage counter and then head out and place your phone on the last luggage, although easy as it sounds. Then check your watch. Look distracted. Look up at departure screen and get back on a plane to your own country.
Actually, we're in a bit of a pickle. In our country, we can only give our organs away for love. I mean, I'm not saying our country is great or anything, because at the moment, well, you know. But in terms of organ loss, it has to be love. It's a strange law, right? Because how can you measure love? I'm not sure you can measure love. In any case, if you're willing to give your kidney away for love, then we are still in business. If not, I'm willing to give my kidney away instead of yours.
What?
That's right. It was so good of you to offer. I'm sorry, I had no money to give you. But I did make something for you, though. Just a token. It's a lamp in the shape of a kidney. It says, I'm willing to give you away so that someone else should live. So that when you turn it on...
Hang up the phone. I'm coming over. There's numbers stored on that phone. I need them.
No.
I advise you to hand it over quietly.
No. I won't. I won't.
Hand over the phone, or I will kill you.
That's absurd. You can't have it.
You don't know Scotland's work, do you? It's big business. Going over your head.
I'm afraid you are over your head.
I didn't want to have to do this, Jim, but you are forcing my hand.
Do they have love service in heaven?
We're not in heaven, we're in hell reserved for people who sell organs on the black market. And the people who love them.
Gordon?
That's right. When you die, you go straight to the person you love most. Right back to the very moment when you decided to love them. There's a spiritual pipeline, you might say. In life, we're often separated from what we love most. Errors of timing, of geography. But there are no errors in the afterlife. You love me most, Jean, so you came to me.
What if the person you love most didn't love you most?
Don't try to work it out, it's too complex. Mathematical hoopla. If they need 3 of Jean the beloved, why they make you into 3 Jeans? For the very few, it's a need transaction. Totally reciprocal. A loves B, B loves A. However, some mothers love their children best. Those children love their father. The father loves the family dog. Some end up with gardens. The very best parents love their children equally. But there's rare.
How about the people who love God best?
Don't know. Never matter. We go to a different laundromat.
Laundromat?
See, you only have one costume here, whatever you died in. So you go to a laundromat once a week. Only you have to wash your clothes naked. It's weird. Hundreds of naked people washing their socks.
Who did you love best?
Oh, I love myself best of all. There's a special holding pen between us, waiting to see if someone else will join us. Like you join me, Jean. You're my good luck.
But I'm not dead. You're lying. You lie all the lifelong day.
No, you lie all the lifelong day. All those nice lies you made up for me? Now, why did you do that, Jean?
I saw you die. I saw your face. I wanted for you to be good.
Aw, Jean.
Gordon.
You and I, we're alike. We both told lies to help other people. You decided to help a dead person, because only a dead man can be 100% good. When we're alive, the goodness robs you of so much as leaves the house. Life is essentially a very large Brillo pad. But I digress. The point is, Jean, we're 2 peas in a proverbial pot. Incoming goals, outgoing organs, we're all just floating receptacles, waiting to be filled with meanings which you and I provide. It's a talent. I admire you.
No, we are not alike. You made people into parts, into things. Don't you feel bad about that?
I feel done with it. That's all. Money, organs, trade. Up here, it's just roadkill of the mind. I'm done with organs. They didn't even donate mine. They're all intact. I never signed that little thing on my driver's license. Felt like a suicide note to sign it. And now?
You don't need them.
No.
Take them out.
What?
Take them out and put them on a cloud and lower them into South America for all the sad people who sold their own.
Would that make you feel better, Jean? Would it?
Yes, I think it would.
All right, Jean. I can't get out. I can't get out, Jean. I can't get out. I've almost got it. I can feel it coming out. Help me get out, Jean. It won't come out. The skin. The skin is so tough. Couldn't do it.
Oh, God. Why did I end up in your pipeline? Why am I not here with Dwight in the stationery store? I love Dwight, didn't I? I didn't even know you.
You love me because I'm charismatic. I'm more charismatic than Dwight. Even dead, apparently. I spent about 2 seconds feeling guilty about that when I was a child. Then I just went on being me. Sorry, Jean. You have to be very careful who you fall in love with and where. A nondescript cafe for all time? Couldn't you have chosen better wall hangings with better weather? An overcast day for all time?
I like it when you couldn't talk. Could you pretend to be dead again? Just for a moment?
Whatever turns you on, Jean.
What were you looking at before you died?
You.
Me?
You are eating the last bite of my soup, and I wanted you to have it. That's why my eyes look so nice. I was giving you the last bite of my soup. They say love goes right through the eyes. Bam! I saw you before I died. You didn't see me. You saw me after I died. I couldn't see you. We had star-crossed eyes. But now, I can gaze and gaze for all time. We don't really kiss with our mouths up here, just letting you get the hang of it.
What do you kiss with?
Our hair.
Oh, God. I'm dead, aren't I?
Yes.
I suddenly feel very lonely.
You can still listen to the others, you know, invisible conversation. They're still in the air. Listen.
Should I stay with him? There seems to be no one looking at this cafe. You can't hear cell phones here?
Oh, yes. The only communication device God didn't invent was gossip. And that's the most advanced technology to date. It's what we call the music of the sphere. Listen.
Of course he has my phone number. He's my son. I'm his mother. Who is this? Gordon?
I heard her voice on your phone. And I thought, what can you tell a mother about her dead son? So I said, have a good day. And then I kept on lying to her to make up for it.
Oh, Mother. She was never so comforting in life as she was in death. If Mother did not approve, then she did not appear to love. Funny, I didn't even know if my own mother loved me.
Oh, she loved you. Your mother is beside herself with grief.
No lies, Jean?
No lies, not that you deserve it. Your mother said, I see it as my job to mourn him until the day I die.
She did? How about that? My mother loved me after all.
Gordon, your face is different.
How?
You look well loved. Gordon?
Mother?
Gordon? Gordon! It's so quiet here. I'll just go Dwight. Turn on! Turn on! Stupid phone! I'll just pretend it's working. Hello? Dwight, if you get my message, I'm alone on my own planet. And I'll be here for all time. Because I didn't tell you I love you. In the closet. In the dark of the stationery store. Because I got scared. And let the phone ring. And when something rings, you have to answer it. Don't you? Stupid. Stupid
Jean? Jean!
Oh, Dwight! I have no idea what I've been through.
Jean, I told you. You should never have gone with those bad people. I forbade you.
You were right. Dwight, you were right. Did you get my message? I called you from my planet. It was so cold. And the air, oh, it remembers. It'll stays. Like an Irish whistle, they hear us. Did you hear me? Z!
Oh, Jean.
Can we go home? Do I have my kidneys? Does knowing someone help to love them best? Or does it not happen in 1 millisecond? I let your brother go. No phone. Oh, Dwight. Call me darling.
Oh, Jean. Oh, darling. Mother, Jean passed out in Johannesburg.
Hello? Who are you? Put down your weapon!
Jean.
Oh, Dwight.
Here, have some bourbon. Upside down.
A lot has happened since you've been here, Jean. Hermia has had an offer to return to the stage.
The stage?
The ice volleys. Hermia used to be a world-class romantic skater, but Gordon thought it was undignified for his wife to dance on the ice wearing long makeup, so she left the follies for him. Let that be a lesson to you, Jean. Never leave her follies for a man. Well, now that she's on tour, the follies have her back. Denmark, then San Jose. And I, for one, am happy for her. Don has been using his letterpress to publish subversive political theory and poetry. As you died, he's on all the government watch lists.
But I've been only gone a day.
No, Jean. You've been gone months.
That's not possible.
Yes. And Gordon's mistress, Carlota, she's taken over his business. Yes. She got hold of his business contacts somehow, and away she went.
It was her!
Yes. And Gordon left her nothing, you see, in the will. And she's been with him 12 years. Gordon should have been more generous. everyone's moved on, except for me. He was my only son. That is to say, he was my first son. The first sometimes you like me only. You must know that from your own sexual experiences. Or are you a virgin, Jean?
Mother! What would make you feel better, Jean?
A cold compress? A quiche?
I think I'd like a steak, actually.
A steak? I thought you didn't eat meat.
I'm starving.
Carmen! Put a steak on the fire! Rare?
Yes.
Rare! You know, I've tried to call Gordon, but his voice is no longer on the outgoing message. And I called his old number, and no voice. And somehow, now I feel he's truly dead.
I should tell you something, Mrs. Gottlieb.
Well, then don't stand on ceremony, dear.
Gordon's gone up the pipeline to spend eternity on your planet since it seems you love him most.
What?
It's hard to explain. You won't understand until you die.
You've seen Gordon?
Yes.
That's where you've been?
Yes.
And he's waiting for me there. In heaven?
Yes. It's a kind of heaven, I guess. There are these laundromats.
Laundromats.
Does he have to do his own laundry?
Yes. He has to do it himself now.
Is it honest?
Not really. Now, he's with you. Or he's waiting for you.
For me alone?
Yes.
He has no one else to console him.
No.
Gordon. Gordon, I'm coming. Together we'll play the games we played when you were little. Hush, little wormy on my arm. We'll get a spider to calm you down. Gordon, wait for your mother. It won't be long now. And you'll never walk alone.
Wait! Don't! The fire! The steak on the fire! Oh no, the pit!
No.
It's such a large barbecue in the backyard! Aren't you going to stop her?
No! They'll be happy together. She always did love him best.
So, what's that?
Goodbye, Mother. Kiss my brother for me. And be happy.
Hold on. I want to make sure we get on the same planet when we die. I don't want to end up with my garden or my dog for all time. Let's start loving each other right now. Not a mediocre love, but the strongest love in the world. Absolutely requited. I want to be selfish with you. I want to love you because of, and not in spite of your accidental charms. I want to love you when you burn the toast, and when your shoes are awful, and when you say the wrong thing, so that we know. And although we shouldn't think of heaven knows too. Let's love each other, absolutely.
Then let's do it, Jean. Let's love each other better than the Worthies did.
Who are the Worthies?
It's from a poem.
Did you write it?
No, John Donne did. I'll take it to my letterpress and show you.
Now?
Not right now. Now we kiss. And the lights go out.
At the end of the storm, there's a goal.